Good day, friends. I would like to invite you in this devotional entitled Happenstance or Heaven's Plans, brought to you by Agora International Ministry. I would like to ask you to open your Bible on Jeremiah 29, chapter 29, verse 11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." You know what? There are times in our lives that we encounter some miracles. Sometimes we call it coincidence. But for me, I think it's not. It's God's plan. So this experience of mine happened during the first year of marriage with my husband when we were working together in Manila. We happened to volunteer our Sundays selling gospel literature, and we opted to do it every Sunday, aside from our work during the weekdays. So on one Sunday, we planned to visit the relatives of my husband in Marikina. So we boarded a crowded bus, and on that bus, there were no seats available, and we were just standing. And one person beside me asked me to take his seat. And I was surprised because in Manila, you know, my dear friends, it's just seldom that passengers would offer a seat for a person. So I took the initiative and thanked him. And my husband handed him a reading material. And we dismissed that event, just a normal part of the day. And then we went to Marikina and have our whole day of selling, but without avail. There were no sales. But we were just happy because we have prayers and we encouraged some people in that place. Now, in the afternoon, after some time, we decided to go home. And lo and behold, in Cubao, there were lots of buses, but there were also buses that will not allow us to board because there's no seat available. And then we prayed and we asked God for our trip home because it's beginning to get dark, getting dark. So one bus stopped and we are happy to board the bus. And we were surprised because a man approached us and guided us on an empty seat. And we were surprised once again because that man we recognized was the same man that happened to offer me a free seat that morning. And you know what? His remark made me think of heaven because for him, he said, we were like angels. You know what? During that time, we did not know that the Lord has appointed that time for us to meet. And he said, I would like to quote, he said, "There are millions of people in Manila. I don't believe that our meeting is coincidence. For me, it is God ordained because I need people like you in this moment of my life." He then shared with us his burdens. And for an hour, me, my husband, and him talk about his life. And before we separate ways, we prayed for him. And you know what? I remember also my readings in the writings of Ellen White, which says, I learned that those people who place themselves under God's control to be led and guided by Him will catch the steady thread of the events ordained by Him to take place. Because I believe, dear friends, that God is the one who is in control of our lives. And everything that happened to us is already God ordained. May God bless us today.